Hey, what's up guys? It's Grandmaster Shaymin and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to begin a brand new visual novel today. There are a few playthroughs of this already out there on the internet, but I like to kind of keep a visual novel on the channel at all times so that way you guys can get, I want this to be a visual novel channel where we go through a lot of visual novels. They don't all have to be good. They just got to be, most of them I try to keep free, but this one happens to be currently about $20. I got it on sale on the Scene Store for 16. So, only $4 off of what it usually is, but it is what it is. So this is Fatal 12, relatively new visual novel, came out I believe 3 months ago. Right before April, I want to say it was March 30th. So it's relatively new. I have seen that people have already played through it on YouTube, but I really wanted to see what it was all about. I've heard nothing but good things about this. I have not yet seen any. I don't know anything. All I know is that I looked on the reviews and it said, "You should buy this. It's amazing, and there are multiple routes." That's all I know, and that's all I need to know. This game looks good. It sounds good. I hear that the voices are even in this game, which I will love. I mean, the menu music is really nice right now. I really like the logo. It looks really good. I'm ready to start this thing off right here. It's a black screen and it says my encoding's overloaded. That's hilarious. Yo, this is really well animated. There are a number of terms used to describe a sequence of events that lead to a specific outcome. Some call it life, others call it a story. One is responsible for much during this sequence, such as choices picked, relationships built, and mistakes made. All of that is for the sake of proceeding along a predetermined path. That is the natural order of a world ruled by the concept of fate. Fate never strays from its course, regardless of how cruel it may be. My life and the events in it thus far are simply the product of fate leading me to a certain outcome. That's why I have never once given thought to any missed possibilities found along this path. My life has never been anything worth talking about in the first place. I've never had the luxury of considering the what-ifs. Now let me... Yeah, turn that music up. Okay. After all, I've convinced myself life has no do-overs. Once the story ends, that's it. A lot of clocks. I like I like how it starts off. My name is Shaymin Rinka. I'm a second year at Ameka Girls University High School, a rather famous all-girls school in the big city. University High School. It's probably a prep school, like they have here in the US. That's probably what they call University High School, I'd assume. Unlike my middle school, which was a hodgepodge of top students and those who barely showed up to class, this was a realm of refined, wealthy ladies. A realm I clearly don't belong in. In fact, they wasted no time in labeling me as a delinquent of sorts. One reason, really the main reason, is the golden streaks in my hair. However, it's my natural hair color, so the school itself had no issue with it. Not like I get hassled for it either, but it's a bit too out there for these sheltered students. Why is hair color such a big thing in Japan? I don't know. I mean, I know that there's this huge community thing about Japan, but like, still, I mean, hair color? Come on. The main reason I chose Emeka was because it didn't seem to have many regulations in regards to appearance. It turned out they just didn't list anything due to the unspoken rules based on being a traditional school. I was pretty pissed off when I got treated like a delinquent despite having not broken any rules at the time. Fewer than 3 months later, I stopped caring. Much like how I have my own values, the girls have theirs. I can't understand their viewpoint, so it's only natural they can't understand mine. That's the world right there. I can't understand their viewpoint, they can't understand mine. That's like most people on this planet. To tell you the truth, I am pretty content with making no effort to look at life from any other point of view. That is, until a certain event causes a massive change in my life. It all starts on a certain day before Golden Week. When is Golden Week again? Isn't it like April or May? Whoa, holy shit, that was loud. Yo, how loud is that? Holy shit. Oh, it's voiced in Japanese. Alright, that was loud as fuck. Okay. Huh. The station clock's not moving. The station clock's not moving. I wonder if it is broken. I relay my observation to Naomi, and we pass through the ticket gate. I'm not gonna speak over. I'm just gonna repeat it after, I guess. Sure. You're a timid person, right? Oh, you're right. I'm surprised you noticed. It's not often you see something like that happen. Right? Oh, I'm sorry for interrupting you. What were you saying? Well, I seem to have forgotten too. This is Hitsuji Naomi. Hitsuji Naomi, a first year at Emeka. You might assume that I know her from club activities or something like the student council, but it was a coincidence that brought us together. She may be my junior, but I simply see her as a friend because age difference doesn't matter much to me. We're heading back to my place right now, making our way to the station platform to wait for the train. Watch it. She yelps and trips over nothing but air. Fortunately, I snag her and keep her from falling on her face. Well, she tugs at me forward in the process because she's a bit taller than me, but she manages to regain her balance quickly. Sorry. I don't know about again. No worries. Some of these, I mean, like, you know what arigato gozaimasu means. I certainly hope you do. Now you're overreacting. I'm not sure if it's due to her meek nature or not, but Naomi tends to trip herself up pretty often. I wonder if I should take off voices. It's whited out. Here it is. I like the voices, but if I'm just gonna read them anyway, might as well just turn them off. Yeah, stop voices. Okay, we'll just close that. Quick save. Oh, you don't get actual save blocks in this game. You just get to save once. Well, what's up? My hand, please. Oh, I forgot to let go of her hand after catching her. Sorry, did I hurt you? No, not at all. It's just... well... She casts her eyes downward as she answers. Maybe I squeezed it a bit too tight without realizing it. I let go with an apologetic expression. The train's almost here. Let's get going. She fixes her glasses, which had become askew after tripping, and then points forward to the platform with haste. Well, if that wasn't suggestive, I don't know, maybe we're getting some Yuri here. I'm hoping. I don't know if this game is Yuri or not, but I mean, we got two characters, and she seems interested, you know? That's the problem with me right now. with me all the time. There's two female characters on the screen. Toot toot, ship set sail. Situations like this are typically led to a replay of the events just from a minute ago. Jeez, you're a handful, you know that? She bumps right into a passerby the moment she starts to walk towards the platform. Even worse, it causes them both to topple over. I'm so sorry. Sorry, she's a bit too clumsy for her own good. I make my way over and they get back to their feet. She bumped into what seems to be a young girl. She's about the same height as me, but her face is definitely younger. Sometimes Naomi gets mistaken for a middle schooler thanks to her big round eyes, but that's not the case with this girl. Yo! You know who she looks like? She looks like Kukui's wife, but like as a teenager. From Pokemon. You know what Kukui's wife looks like? If I remember, I want to try and put it on the screen. Kukui's wife. I'm telling you. She looks like a younger version of Kukui's wife. Are you okay? Yo, her, pupils are really narrow. I really like her design, though. Need a better beanie than that. It's not cute enough for you. I noticed how pallid her eyes are, and when I try to speak to her, her hair is pure... when I try and speak to her, her hair is pure white, but mostly obscured by that hat. She definitely looks young, but her facial features stand out more than your average person's. Safe to assume she's a foreigner then. That means her hair isn't dyed either. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that. Ellipses. Unlike Naomi, this girl has fallen backward. Since Naomi bumped into the girl's back, you'd think she would have fallen face first, but she quickly spun around while falling. Not only that, but she also made sure to cradle the bag that was on her back. Based on its size, I'd guess she was here on vacation. Chances are she's carrying something fragile in there, like a camera. That would make sense. She's by herself too, so I'm assuming she came here with her family and has somehow gotten lost. She's making a lot of assumptions. And you know what they say about assumptions. What I think is a key on her bag at first is actually just a keychain. It does look like a key right here. She hops back to her feet, bag in hand, her glare drilling into me. Ellipses. Intense ellipses. You should apologize, Naomi. She seems a bit too panicked to get up on her own, so I lent her my hand once again. I'm sorry about that. Wait, are you a foreigner? What do I say in situations like this? Sorry? Pardon? You should take a deep breath first. Sad or ellipses. She offers nothing besides an empty stare at Naomi's apologies and bows her head. She seems like she wants to say something, but for whatever reason opts not to. She runs off towards the platform without making it clear whether or not she understood our apology. She turns around to face us one more time, but I get the feeling she's locking eyes with me, not Naomi. It's funny, thanks to her unique appearance, she still stands out in the crowd. Then again, my hair causes me to stand out as well, so that's probably how she spots me so quickly. In the end, I'm not able to tell if she finds her parents or if she actually has come here alone. I'm sorry. Hey now, no point in saying it to me. You did apologize to her, and she didn't seem injured, so I guess it's fine. Yo, that's her natural hair color. That is pretty dope. To have, like, legitimate black and then that blonde patch as, like, your natural hair color, I like the character design pretty well. Definitely is interesting. That being said, you really gotta pay more attention to your surroundings. Right, I'll be sure to use severe caution with each and every step I take from now on. You realize you're gonna trip again if you do that, right? Oh, I can't see her anymore. Is something the matter? Don't tell me you did... She did actually get hurt. Oh, he? Okay, so that was on purpose. I was wondering if they just missed that. Wait, he? Wasn't that a girl? Was it? It might be rude considering how pretty she was. Which means I was doubly rude. Wait. Okay. The sound of an approaching train rises as our conversation falls. Much like Naomi, we make our way over to the platform. Try not to trip stepping in this time, okay? Okay, we make our way to the train bound for Shinjuku, having largely forgotten about the person Naomi bumped into. We board the train at Otsuka Station. My place isn't far from here. We first have to get off at Shinjuku Station before taking the metro down for 2 more stations. The only issue is that we're making the journey at 5 p.m., pretty much rush hour, so the trains are packed. Naomi and I practically glued together on our journey to Shinjuku. I'm sorry, it's my fault that we got caught in all this foot traffic. Don't worry, I'm used to this, it's no big deal. Sorry again. Huh? Isn't that... I spy a familiar bag from amongst the crowd. Well, the bag itself is standard, so it's actually the keychain that catches my eye. Yup, it's the kid from earlier, standing right in the middle of the passenger car, bag hugged tight against their chest. They're not tall enough to reach the overhead straps, but I doubt they'll fall over thanks to how crammed it is. Didn't expect them to be in the same car. Did something happen? Wait, hold up. It's so dark. Oh no, that does the opposite. Oh, what is that? Are those berries? And wait, is that an animal? Fur? Maybe? I don't know. Oh wait, their bag's open. The strap was probably unfastened a bit due to the people rubbing against it on the train. I'm just worried because the kid doesn't seem to have noticed. Other passengers probably don't care enough to notice either. Some are reading the newspaper, others are killing time by checking out all the ads, but most are on their phones. I doubt I would have even noticed if Naomi hadn't bumped into them. And that's why I'm the only one to see what they're doing. With a deadly serious expression, almost as if they were being squashed by incredible pressure. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Is that a bomb? What's that? Something black is peeking out of the top of the bag. It looks mechanical, but different from a camera or a laptop. Yo, the music makes it so intense. It's like Mission Impossible up in here with freaking teenagers. For whatever reason, my mind leaps to the conclusion that I've only read in fiction. It's a... Before I can finish, it happens. A flash emits out of the bag. Boo? Naomi! Ooh! Damn, dude. The detonation is almost instantaneous. A wave of heat propels throughout the train of the car. Enough to feel like my skin is being seared off. A sharp explosive roar comes right after, puncturing my eardrums. I duck in front of Naomi and protect her, then push her away. I feel my body being pushed by the explosive shockwave too. In that moment, my body is being burned beyond repair within the flames. Yo! Was that a legit explosion or a flash grenade? Nope, that was a legitimate explosion. However, my consciousness remains intact. Gah! I hear a voice. I don't feel anything anymore. Vivid memories pulse through me. The shockwave, the pain, the heat searing through my body. Holy shit! Damn! And yet, I no longer feel any of it. Ka! My consciousness begins to fade. Or maybe I've already lost it. This is but a remnant of it, before it fades away completely. The final fleeting moments of a consciousness drowned in the sea of fire. Rinka! Rinka! My sight gradually fades too. No doubt my consciousness will be spirited away like a leaf in a gust of wind. If nothing else, being able to hear that voice puts me at ease. Holy shit, she just blew up the train. Well, she didn't blow it up. There's no arguing that fate has decided to end my life here and now. But... right? Alright, let's see if this will actually... so good. Yo. Song is legit, man. Song is legit. This is gonna be good. I could tell. I could tell this is gonna be good. What a start. Explosion magic off the bat. I won't you giving up. See you Japanese trying to speak English. Calm down. That went better than Foxy May Zero's intro! I didn't keep that in Foxy May Zero, I don't think. I think it cut it out entirely, but oh my goodness. Rennie! Earth to Rennie! Rinka, you there? Rinka? I hear two voices calling out to me. I know who they belong to without even seeing their faces. Then why don't you put their frickin' names there? Wake up, damn it! Ouch. A sharp pain runs through my forehead, causing me to finally lift my face off my arms. There's no doubt this will sting for a while. What happened to the fire? Fire? Were you dreaming? That sounds weird. Dream? So I was asleep? Just a little. No need to be polite about it now, Rin. The one responsible for waking me up was Olga Mao, my classmate. As usual, she's got her wildly colored hair tied up nice and neat in pigtails. It's adorable. It really is. Beside her is Naomi, and seeing how as they're still in their uniforms, I guess we got back from school. We're at Lion House, a cafe run by my grandmother. The first floor serves as the cafe, while the second floor serves as her home. Since I'm living with her, my room's also on the second floor, although it's probably more accurate to say that I'm living on my own right now, considering she's gone off to the countryside to help nurse an ailing relative. You're still half asleep in there, Rennie? Allow the absolute legend wake you then. She clicks her mechanical pencil and presses it against my cheek before scribbling all over me. Ow, I'm awake. Keep the lead away. Mao, you monster. Naomi is visibly disturbed by how much Mao seems to have enjoyed doing that. Well, it certainly has helped wake me up. A lingering issue, however, is that I can't remember why we're here. Sorry, but what are we doing here again? Oh my! Did the pencil technique fail to wake you up? I love how her freaking jacket is slumped over her shoulders. She really looks like she did just wake up. She's got the little hair kind of just a little bit wild, but not too wild. I think my memory's kind of fuzzy thanks to that dream. I can't remember what I even dreamt about. I mentioned a fire when I woke up, but I don't recall ever being involved in one. What? The fact that I can't remember is starting to annoy me. Wow, weirdo. Naomi interjects as I fire a glance at Mao. Well, it turns out that our class is opening a cafe for the culture festival next month. I was appointed as head of the committee for it. She's making no attempt to hide the fact that she's been forced into it. Granted, she probably is the most fit for the job considering how serious and thorough she is when it comes to this stuff. I heard about your family running this place, so I asked. You said it was fine for me to tag along. Her explanation helps me grasp the situation. Ah, that's right. I told you to come over so we could chill and hash things out. The store's only open for the regulars right now, since my grandmother's away. Sometimes we get a first timer or two, but I've only got simple stuff on the menu for now, so I can handle things on my own. It doesn't really get busy, so there's no issue in inviting her along. As my gran always says, Lionhouse is everyone's second home, so there you have it. Yep, there you have it. I hope I'd hear that today. I understand what she means. This is the first time I've been here, but I feel so welcome. Just make sure you don't feel too at home and fall asleep. Oh, shut it. Mind explaining what you're doing here, then? I was bored? Figures. What does your class plan on doing? Can't remember if it was a haunted house or a fortune teller. Basically, we haven't decided. Really? Shouldn't you have some idea by now? Things will work out one way or another. I hate to say this when you're working so hard, but we don't really care how it goes. Me and Rennie aren't the most popular gals in class after all. The committee's making sure we don't get too involved. Yeah, although it's not the only reason I'm helping you. Just keep in mind that I'll be busy here sometimes. Oh, okay, thank you. She nods, struggling to hide her concern. After hearing that, she probably thinks we're being bullied. It's okay. We're used to how we're treated, though. It's not like they're going out of their way to ignore us. They would just rather avoid us whenever possible. It's funny, though. Mao still gets along with plenty of girls. I'm pretty sure no one outright dislikes me. I mean, it might be more accurate to say that they try not to get too involved in our lives. They understand that we're different, so it creates a rift between us. Speaking of different, we're not the only two. Mishima Miharu, who's probably at work right now, is our comrade in that regard. Hey, I'd like an iced latte. We don't serve lattes. We have cafe au lait, though. That'll do. You realize you're not going to get it for free, right? Never mind. Water. Oh, fine. It's on the house. Just this once. How about you, Naomi? Are you sure? Come on, Naureen. This is a cheapskate Captain Rinko you were talking about. Better take her up on this rarest of offers. May I have black coffee, please? Sure, coming right up. I make my way to the kitchen, wash my hands, and don my apron. You're the pro the moment you enter the kitchen. That's what my grandma always tells me, and I'll believe it. And I believe it. Yo, I like how she ties her hair up. It's looking cute there, Rinka. I may be making these friends, but I have no excuse to do it half-hearted. For friends, I have no reason to do it half-hearted. Anyone who orders black coffee gets a knife surfing a full city that word beans. Full city is roasting method used to reduce the acidic tones of the beans and make them more bitter. Beans from Guatemala, that's it, are typically more acidic than others, so this kind of full roast is the perfect way to balance their acidity and bitterness. Man, we're making this coffee right here. Now I know. Gotta get him from Guatemala. I prepare this siphon before placing the flask on an alcohol lamp. The key here is making sure the flame is positioned just a touch to the side of the middle of the flask. Once it starts boiling, shake it gently and wait for the beans to fall. Once they're all in the flask, it's just a matter of letting them sit until they become fragrant. Here you go, Naomi. Oh, wow, wow, what a sweet scent. I can smell it from here. Thanks. Naomi's comment makes me happy, but I've still got a long ways to go. My grandmother knows how to apply different brewing methods based on the bean type, for example. All I'm doing now is applying her instructions to make things easier for me. There's still plenty to learn. Alright, next up is Mao's Iced Latte. To make... Food Wars Season 4, everyone! Alright, guys. Yeah, Food Wars Season 4, Drink Wars. Coming soon. You make this by preparing coffee first, and then adding plenty of ice into the glass before topping it off with some milk. This way, you get to see the coffee's black and the milk's white mixed together in the glass. Once that's done, I jam a straw in it and walk over to Mao with some syrup. Here you go. Tell me if you need more syrup. Thanks, bunches. Oh, thanks, bunches. I make myself some coffee after that, take off my apron, wash my hands, and return to my seat. Oh, we don't get your coffee? You're sure you don't want to go through the whole explanation about your coffee? You're sure? Because it's not going to be the same black coffee, is it? This is so much better than what I make at home. You're incredible, Rinka. This is a cafe, after all, but my grandma is the incredible one, not me. Speaking of which, does no one else work here? Now dumps half of the syrup into the bottle before giving it a taste, and then pours in the remaining half. Hearing the ice clink as she stirs is nice and satisfying. Well, I mean, it's a pretty small place. My grandma handled the place on her own before leaving, so we don't need anyone else. She's taking care of a relative, right? Yeah, she planned on closing... Why are you all of a sudden back in your original state? I thought you tied up your hair, and if you... What? You look exactly the same. Is that just how you normally sit? Yep, she planned on closing the store temporarily, but I convinced her to let me keep it open whenever I'm not at school. Figured I might be able to make coffee no problem, but it turned out to be way more difficult than I imagined. Even a month of trying, she hadn't given me her seal of approval. I knew we'd have to close the store at that rate, so I really went for it, and managed to barely get approval right before she left. How long have you been running it for now? She left near the end of March, so about a month. I take a sip of my own coffee after answering. Definitely smells and tastes a lot better than when I first tried to make some. I'm used to drinking her coffee, so the fact that I can answer with pride means that I'm definitely getting there. Granted, I'm still a long ways from her level. It would be nice if we could make coffee as good as this for the culture festival, but I doubt it'd be easy based on what you said. Would they even be able to tell the difference? I mean, most of the students dumping in milk to counter the bitterness, just like me. I wouldn't be surprised, but that's not the problem. Plenty of parents and teachers will be there, so I'm sure they'll be pleased. I can only imagine how long it would take for me to learn, considering you spent a whole month training under your grandmother, not to mention the other people who'd be in charge of making it during the day too. Yeah, I doubt it'd be possible. The equipment doesn't come cheap either. Talk about relentless. I figured as much. We're probably better off relying on instant coffee. Whoa, all I said is you wouldn't be able to make the same coffee as we brew here. Huh? I can set you up with our bean supplier, so you can get those on the cheap. The equipment itself shouldn't exceed your budget either. But making it, I'll ask Gran if there's a nice and simple method for you. I doubt you'll be able to make it taste the same way as here, but it should be enough for the customers. Can't say I'm totally confident, but I can teach you what I can. I'll teach you what I can. After that, it's on you. I noticed Mao grinning as I finished my spiel. She probably expected me to say that. Naomi. Why do I say Naomi? Naomi is obviously taken aback. But she quickly starts to nod, then responds, I feel bad for relying on you this much, though. If you're willing to put in the effort, then I don't mind. Besides, being able to teach you whatever oh, fuck, man, I need to read. If you're willing to put in the effort, then I don't mind. Besides, being able to teach you whatever my grand comes up with should help me, too. No worries, Naureen. People often get the wrong idea thanks to how she looks, but Rennie loves to stick her neck out for others, especially friends and family. No, I don't. Anyway, you game, Naomi? There's a hint of concern in her expression, but she gives a conclusive response. If you're willing, then I'd love your help. Sold. I'll call you after my grand gets back to me then. Thank you. I guess I'll pop in every now and again when I'm bored. Don't forget that you're paying next time. Cheapskate. It's called business. That's right. With that out of the way, we spent the rest of our time together chatting. I have to help a few customers, but they don't mind me talking with Mao and Naomi as long as I can get their orders out in a timely manner. In fact, some even join in the conversation, not just because they're regulars, but because I know plenty of them since I was a kid. They kind of feel like relatives in a sense. Lion House has always had that homey feel to it. Both me and my grandmother consider it our second home. That's why I hope it stays that way once she gets back. Both Mao and Naomi leave just before 7 p.m. Alright, well, thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you click that thumbs up button down below for me, and let me know in the comments what you think of this series, as well as any other visual novels that you would like to see me play. Remember, I do have a Mac, so PC exclusive ones I will not be able to play, but I want to play more visual novels, so let me know in the comments what you want to see me play, how you want to see me react, and any good upcoming games as well would be nice to know about that I could potentially play in the future. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you click subscribe for future content, and I'll see you all next time.